Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. My name is Caitlyn. In these videos, we are learning a memory verse and learning that we need Jesus. Our memory verse, 1 Peter 5 verse 7, is such a good verse to remember because it helps us know what to do when we are worried or anxious. What should we do? Give our worries to God. Tell Him that we are worried about something. And why should we do this? Well, because He cares for you. God loves you and wants to hear you talk to Him. So let's say the memory verse together. Give all your worries to God because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. Let's say it super slowly all together. You guys ready? Give all your worries to God because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. And now let's say it super quick. You guys ready? Give all your worries to God because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. Well done. Now let's settle down for today's true Bible story. Life following Jesus won't always be plain sailing, as today's story shows us. Despite this, we can be certain that we are completely safe no matter what we face, because Jesus, the King of creation, is with us. The disciples haven't fully grasped who it is that is with them. If they knew, they would know they were safe no matter what. What made the disciples safe in the boat that day was not the absence of wind or waves, but that Jesus, who rules creation, was with them, and God cared for them. Today we see Jesus telling a storm what to do, and the storm listens.
Jesus and the disciples all went to sea in a plain, simple fishing boat. The lake was quite calm. Jesus said with a yawn, I'm off for a nap while we float. Jesus and the disciples are all out at sea on a plain, simple wooden boat. A wild storm came. The wind was insane, and the waves crashed right over the boat. Jesus is sleeping down below deck of the old Galilean boat. The disciples came down. Lord, please save us, we'll drown. Not if Jesus can stop it, you won't. Jesus is speaking and telling them straight as they tremble and shake on the boat. Why do you fear? Has your faith disappeared? And he heads up on deck with his coat. Jesus is standing up on the deck of the first century sailing boat. He says, "Peace, be still." And everything chills. Wind and waves obeyed when Jesus spoke. Jesus and the disciples all went to sea in a plain, simple wooden boat. Total calm is maintained, and the men are amazed. Here's what they said, and I'll quote, "Who is this man? I don't understand. Wind and waves will obey just his voice." He's the King of the world. Through him, God's plan unfurls, and he's with us so we can rejoice. Jesus is with his disciples wherever they go, on foot, in a car, or by boat. With him they're quite safe, even with childlike faith. It's enough to bring a lump to your throat.
Did you spot how much faith the disciples had? Last week, Jesus said that the centurion had great faith. This week, Jesus tells his disciples that they have little faith. His disciples come to Jesus for help. This is their little faith in action. They don't ask him to tell the storm to stop because they haven't understood who he is. Jesus speaks and the storm is completely calm. They are amazed at his total control over creation. They were safe because they were with Jesus. No ordinary man could do that. Jesus is in charge of creation. Did you spot it? What were the disciples afraid of? What did Jesus do with just his words? How did the disciples feel afterwards? Now I'll work it out. Why was Jesus disappointed that they were afraid in the storm? Why did the storm listen to Jesus? And I'll live it out. When were you last afraid? And how will what you read here today help you with that fear? And a teen challenge. The disciples were safe because they were with Jesus. How can you know that you are with Jesus? Now, before I pray, don't forget about the extra questions and activities that you and your family can do together. The link to the full lesson plan has been sent out on the WhatsApp group and is down below in the description. Let me pray. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much that we are safe with you. I pray that you'll be with these families as they answer these questions, help them to know you more and to love you more and to trust you more. And I pray this in your name. Amen.